Pisces, hi, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Everyone who's booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. Box, purchases off the wish list, and tipping the Clarista. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys so much. Pisces, okay, so theme of your reading here for the next couple-ish weeks here. I do feel like there is like kind of like a shapeshifter, like a chameleon type of energy that you may be being kind of kind to. There's an energy vampire that you may be being nice to. And I feel like this connection is really draining you. Okay? This may come out and you know, you may figure this out or something like that here. But also too, there is this energy too, Pisces, where there is some sort of shift maybe in your perception. My phone just went off, 222. A shift in perception when it comes to connection, right? There could have been some sort of fear about a connection draining you, or sometimes life brings questions. Questions about love, questions about career, questions about your life journey, and sometimes we just need a little clarity. And that is where my new sponsor, Psychic Source, comes in. Psychic Source has been around for over 35 years, connecting people like you with trusted, compassionate advisors to bring through insights and guidance that they need at this time. One of the things that I loved or that stood out to me with Psychic Source was that not only do they care about their customers, but they also care about their employees as well as the world. They donate 1% of all proceeds to a good cause through their kindness initiative. I had a chance to experience the whole experience and talk to a psychic advisor, and I left feeling far more confident than I did like walking into it. She was able to pull on a recent dream that I had, and the craziness of it, and help me find clarity through that. She recognized that I was going through a purge and that I was going through a kind of like a rebranding, if you will. She was also able to give me like kind of a little bit of clarity on a direction that I'm headed in, and she even was able to like give like dates type energy, as well as like a couple names she pulled out. So it was very good. Like I said, I left feeling a lot more confident than I did going in, just about the direction that I'm headed in. And I didn't ask her any questions. This was all just, I just asked her, what do you got? And she just came, you know, pulled all this stuff, and it was very good. It was very good. So with all that being said, I'm excited to share that Psychic Source is offering an incredible deal for my viewers, you guys. Okay, new customers can get up to 40 minutes with one of their advisors for just $19.80. That's a value up to $240, okay? You can get the deal through the link in the description box below using the keyword Corie, C-O-R-I-E, or you can go to trypsychicsource.com/Corie. There's never been a better time to experience true connection. Something like that, but I really just get this feeling where, and this is kind of like I did a collective reading for Patreon today, Pisces, and there was this energy of, when it comes to this, there could have been this, it's almost feeling like there could have been this programming, right? That felt like, you know, if anyone were to come towards you, that they had some sort of agenda, or that they needed something or wanted something, and it was like, you know, or feeling like they were going to drain your energy, or maybe there was some sort of like ill intent or something like that here, okay? And I think this is changing. There could have been some sort of like influence on that, whether that was like something that happened in the past, or some sort of energetic influence, some sort of psychic attack, okay? But yeah, okay, so let's talk about Pisces here. What does Pisces need to know for the next couple-ish weeks? Something about Roman numerals. I don't know. That just may be a synchronicity. Or like a Roman numeral clock.
which is like a lot of clocks. You know what I mean? Like, that's not like, I don't know why it's coming through, but it is. Like somebody may be looking at one or something like that. Okay, we have fork in the road. We have flexible here. You know, there's something about, like, going back to that message where it was talking about when it comes to connections and having this, like, programming or maybe, like, this fear of, like, you know, people only come towards me because they want something or they need something or they're going to drain me or they're going to, you know, take from my energy or something like that here, right? There's something where it's like, if you keep your eye on God, you keep your eye on the divine, you know what I mean? It's like, there's like this flexible energy, right? It's like if you keep your hands on God, right? Or the divine or whatever, right? However that looks for you, okay? Because a lot of times, Pisces, I have a feeling that you are somebody that is very much like in a position to help others, whether it be emotionally, spiritually, financially, something like that, right? And the reason that you've been put in this position is to help others. And so, but there was something that came along that was like, you know, if I help others, right? Some sort of programming that was like, well, if I help others, right? Well, then that takes away from me, right? I feel like it, honestly, Pisces, it feels like a projected belief, okay? I'm not exactly sure that this is yours. Again, there could have been a situation in the past or maybe multiple, right, that created that, but for a lot of you, it feels random, right? It feels kind of out of the blue, so some sort of projected energy here. So there is this kind of like decision when it comes to maybe a certain connection or just, I feel like it's really just connections and connecting with people in general, okay? Where you're choosing to lean more towards like an unconditional, like understanding, and also understanding it's like going, you know, kind of going back to this flexible, right, where it's like whatever, if there's like a certain energy that comes towards you or whatever, it's like the divine is like, you're so flexible, right, you're, and things like that, it's like whatever it is would just like fly right over, right, it wouldn't even touch you, like it's that type of thing here. Yeah, we have deep knowing with exchanging gifts. Now there is a connection that you are walking away from, Pisces, because you know that this person is draining you, okay? But it's not like that. Like this, I feel like somebody has to intentionally be wanting to drain you, okay? But again, it's like going back into this energy of like whatever it is that you can help with, or you know, have to give or something like that, right? Could be wisdom, it could, like I said, it could be anything, right? You know, there's a purpose, and it's like, you know, you were given a light so that you could like go into the darkness, you know what I'm saying, Pisces? It's that type of energy here, okay? Yeah. We have a higher power here. Change of the wind with a higher power. I also feel like too, this if you're walking away from a connection like that, right? There's also something too, Pisces, where I feel like there may be some things that you need to get done here. It may be like, I don't know, maybe this is encouragement of like, hey, go get these things done. As soon as you're done, you can reward yourself with a nap, or you can reward yourself with something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know that the solar weather and things like that have been, but it feels like you know, there could be something something about that, right? So go ahead and get your stuff done, Pisces. Okay, take care of your stuff. But this connection, right, that you could be walking away from because you do realize that this person is intentionally draining you, right? I can't help but feel like this person could have been maybe even trying to tap into your, like, your connection here with this higher power showing up, Pisces. There is also, too, you know, this higher power showing up, I feel like is bringing back together, maybe some sort of connection, okay? But with this unfinished symphony, it's like you are really supposed to, you know, it's like this unfinished symphony, right? It's like somebody starting this beautiful symphony, right? Starting to write it and things like that, and then just stopping, right? Midway. There's something about something that if you have been, like, there's something that's picking back up here, okay? Okay, so for Pisces, tell me about this fork in a road here, please. Pisces, somebody else also maybe needs to make a decision, okay? This could be an older man that needs to make a decision, okay? Because I feel like they're experiencing some sort of conflict because they may even be mad here because there's some sort of surprise. They're getting some sort of surprise message about you being in a North Node energy, Pisces. For some reason, that's significant to this masculine energy. And they may be mad at a karmic feminine here, okay? And so this mature man may be kind of like at a fork in a road because for whatever reason, this karmic feminine may have kind of got this person. This karmic feminine may have blocked some sort of pathway here, or the ancestors may have blocked some sort of pathway. Why is this mature, this older masculine mad at this karmic feminine? Why is this older masculine mad at this karmic feminine for Pisces, please? It's because this person is a nice person. And they have been able to see through some sort of veil that had been kind of put over their eyes, right? Somebody put the wool, you know, and they're realizing that this person is just a flying monkey here, okay? They may have received some sort of message that kind of told on this karmic feminine. This karmic feminine could have been doing something to try to stop something, some sort of death magic. Right, and this older man trusted this person. They also trusted some sort of, I don't know, they may have trusted that you had some sort of enamor for a divine masculine or even this older man. Also, if you have any kind of, I mean, we're all gifted, but if you are like tapped into your gifts, you do some sort of spiritual work or something, for some reason, I feel like somebody was maybe accusing you of abusing it, or just thinking that you were abusing it. Something like that here, okay? All right, tell me about this flexible energy for Pisces, please. That's a lot. Your divinity has blocked some sort of thief here, okay? And believe it or not, is a priest that's the thief. Mm-hmm. What does this thief take from the collective? What did this thief take or try to take? They didn't take anything. They tried to take from Pisces. What did this thief try to take from Pisces, please? Something you had been working on, your intuition, what I tell you, your gifts, yeah, your work, labor, and efforts here. Mm-hmm. I feel like somebody's concerned because they wanted you to abandon something, or they wanted you to, you know what I mean? So they could just swoop right in. But you're so solid, you're so stable. That's what I'm saying. It's like this flexible energy, right? It's like your hands are firmly planted on whatever that seed or that egg is, right? That you're, you know, that you've got going on, right? That you're, you know, and it's like whatever this person, right? You know what's reminding me of? It's reminding me of like, okay, so on that 70s show, Pisces, there was this one episode where they were like giving away a van like as a prize, but you had to keep your hand on it for, you know, the last person that had their hand on the van was the winner. It's that type of energy, right? Where somebody would, and there would be, and I can't remember exactly what they were doing, but they were like trying to, you know, they would try to get, it was like down to two people at the end, right? And they would try to do whatever they could to get somebody's, you know, the other person's hand off the van, right? One of them, for whatever reason, they're showing me, had like a catheter in, like so they could just pee while they were standing there, like I don't know. So there's something about that, but so you may be the one that's very prepared, right? You may have the spiritual catheter in, so you don't have to walk away from the van to go pee. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of energy here. And this is concerning for this person. Because, you know, they just thought that you just, you know, that maybe they thought that you weren't prepared, or they thought that you weren't, you know, flexible or whatever, right? All right. And this person may have been the one, you know, that energy could have been projected from this person. Yeah, because it's like they were trying to switch energies Here, you take my energy, I'll take yours. You've done a lot of work, you know, all those things. I like your vibe. Let me just take that, right? It's like trying to like energy swap here. Okay. Yep. And whoever this was, they could have been a soulmate of yours. And that could be where this concern is coming to, and this animosity at this other karmic femme. Because this person could have been a soulmate of yours, but they did something. Yeah, they did something because they believed, they trusted this karmic feminine that showed up in this enamor here, okay? About you abusing a gift. But this was false. All right. Tell me about this unfinished symphony for Pisces, please. Yeah, we have a ritual crossing here. That's what I'm saying. Like that ritual of like just exchanging energy here, right? It's like, yeah. Okay, but we have ascending. Okay. So there could be a connection that's not over yet, okay? There's also something with your money here that's not over yet. Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody tried to do some sort of death magic when it came to a soulmate connection and some sort of abundance here. This person was convinced that you were in some sort of Jezebel energy or like I said, just abusing some sort of gift, okay? Or if there's some sort of physical, tangible gift, okay? Somebody may have said, you know, that you would abuse it, right? Like there's something about that as well. All right, tell me about a change in the wind for Pisces. Let's wrap this up, Pisces. Let's wrap this up, baby. Yeah. Yeah, change in the wind and some type of confusion, illusion, or this like enamor type energy, which feels like it's like some sort of also illusion, okay, is being destroyed, okay? So some type of veil that somebody had over them is being destroyed when it comes to, yeah, this poverty coming out on this ritual. I'm telling you. You know, this if it wasn't some type of magic, this priest, right, could have been doing, you know, some type of ritual when it comes to like, you know, like prayer or I don't know. It could have been a, you know, I don't know. There's all different kinds of priests and things like that out there, right? And somebody had them convinced that you were abusing a gift here, right? And so it's like now this person is mad here because that illusion is being destroyed. Tell me about this higher power here for Pisces. This, I feel like this love offer, whatever this person received, okay, was some sort of karma for them, okay? Yeah, the ancestors are involved here. We have the opposition, evil eye, obsessed with bliss here, occupation. Yeah, so whoever this was, right? One is pretty obsessed with maybe what you do for a living, or something like that here. But yeah, Pisces, this is what's going on here, okay? So there's, we have chakras with manifestation. So there's some sort of manifestation that's coming into fruition here because you've balanced out your chakras. We have self-love out here as well. There's somebody who, Pisces, who may be, they may be making a lot of money working with some sort of entity, okay? And that's where I feel like somebody was like feeling impressed by somebody else, or like they knew what they were doing, or that they were on the right side of things, or something like that. But they're seeing through this. They're seeing through that veil. And this person is probably pretty mad about it, to be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, but anyways, somebody's under some sort of judgment because they created a false narrative about you here, okay? And this is bringing in some sort of change in the wind, okay? There's some sort of manifestation that's showing up, okay? All right, Pisces. If you need anything else from me, I love you so much. And we'll talk later.